Welcome to Tai Chi. Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. Take a peek at the heel of your opposite foot. It takes some effort to turn at the hips and waist. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight to the left. Kick your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up your span, parallel feet, choose the right side, cross and sit on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good golden cockerel. Okay, kick it up a notch. Good Tai Chi posture. Grabbing that image or positive thought throughout our Tai Chi warm-ups also, okay? Opening up our span, growing taller through our spine. Golden cockerel on its left. Last set. Kicking out. 50-50, shift weight to the left. Right hand, right foot up, and out. Last set. Holding your ball. Root down. T stance, L stance, bow stance. Make everything one piece. How can you join all your little sub-movements? Make it smooth. Make it pretty. Make it like the song you hear. Cloud hands. Okay, still warming up. Parallel higher on the T, all together. Out and to the side, brush your knee. Sit back, twist. Parallel higher with your spirals, out on an L, brush your knee. Okay, warm up those hips and waists even more. Use them right now. Smooth it out. Last set, make it the best. End with holding your ball. Okay, hold your ball. Let me turn around and let me look at you. Hold your ball. Just keep your position. Okay, good. All right, let me show you how I hold my ball, okay? Put your hands down. Okay, can you do that? Hold your ball. Part the wild horse's mane. Sit back. Twist. Hold your ball. Out. Sit back. Hold your ball and hold your ball steady. Okay? Hold your ball steady. Okay, better, better, okay? Overall, okay, relax. All right, so this being the 14th class, one last one next week, what I want to do is review all movements, try to kick you up a notch, try to bring you up to a standard I feel that, you know, can be done for the time that you've been here. And then leave you with that so that when you practice and when you watch others or do your own, you bring yourself up to a standard rather than try to do it a little bit cleaner and refine it, okay? All right, so the only one that we didn't cover just now is repulsing of the monkey. And I remember working with you the last time. But let's go beyond that and doing commencing form. So watch my commencing form, okay? So I'm kind of loosening up my back here, trying to grow up through my spine, making sure my butt is tucked under. I'm at 50-50. Then I shift my weight. Getting ready for my next movement. Okay? So you're going to stand there with me like this, and we're going to do commencing form, and you know that you're going to be on the opposite side, okay? But you do it how you normally do commencing form, okay? Good Tai Chi posture. Begin. Okay, one more time. This time now, Okay, let me just call some things. I'll do it first and then we'll do it together, okay? So I'm at 50-50 and I know that my spine and my head is straight up, but my chin now is slightly dipped, okay? And my shoulders are dropped. And I'm at 50-50, not favoring either side, okay? I shift my weight to the right. Now I'm at 50-50. Take a deep breath in. Do you see that my knees are flexed and relaxed, but they're not flexed until now at this point when I drop. So I detected that maybe right at this point the knees were too much flexed, but the flexing only comes when you drop down. Okay, you drop down because why? The hands go for the ride. The hands do not just come down like this, but the hands come down because my knees are flexed. Okay? And then set up that hand like this. Then glance at it, okay? All right? Commencing form. Together, good Tai Chi posture, then we're going to move on, so we want to get it done really well. And your hands are not here now, hands are here, so there's a little opening and then a dropping of that shoulder. Begin. Shift weight, toe, open, toe, heel. Rotate, deep breath. Reverse, flex. Okay. So when we open this one now, make sure that before you start to repulse the monkey, the hands are already open. Okay, open to come back here. All right, let's practice repulsing of the monkey. Any questions on commencing form first? Anything? Okay. In repulsing of the monkey now, you come down here, okay, watch. Center, down, center. This hand, as soon as this hand starts to move, this vision of yours starts to move with it. Not ahead of it, but in time with it. No scrunching of the neck, no scrunching of the face, okay, when you make that turn. And it doesn't come all, the vision just stays there. It doesn't follow you, okay? Watch how goofy this one is. You don't want to do that, okay? You want to keep everything outward. So all you're doing is following this, glancing at the hand, maybe following it through, but not moving. I don't know how to say that, but I think you might know what I mean. So you want to glance at it, open that palm, and you want to just follow that hand coming through. Any questions on that? Can I see you do it? Let's do it. Okay, come down. So Ken's saying, what he sees some of you doing is following this hand, following it here, following it here, following it here. What you want to do is glance at it and just, you don't need to move that eye or that hand, eye or the neck or the face. All you do is watch it. I'm not sure what I'm saying that's making. So come down, flex knee, center left, open to the ceiling, follow to your waist or your hip rather, follow, glance. Okay, stop. All right, the center hand seems to be a problem for a lot of you, okay? So watch what the center hand does, okay? It already sets and opens about the same time. so that when that movement of the back hand starts, that hand in the center is stable. It doesn't do any more turning, but it's already waiting for that ball in this, from the ceiling. So I said the middle hand, the front hand, already is set. It does no more turning. All right, try it with me. Come down. Center. Glance. Open. Follow. Center. Open. Glance. Follow. Meet. Slide. Center. Open. Follow. Meet, slide. Okay, how are we meeting now? Watch that one. When we meet, it's clearly meet. Okay, and at the same time that you're working your core and doing all this so nicely, don't forget now, Tai Chi is centering yourself. So make sure you're upright and not curled or turned to one position just because your arms are moving. All right, and then you feel that and you relax and you just move it along into one piece. That's how you practice, okay? All right, last one. Okay, so just remember that the hand that stays to the front is not outreached. It's here, it's here. And it pulls back to your hip. That center hand stays there once you pushed out. It opens. I glance and I meet it and I slide. Okay? And if you were doing it full on, really good Tai Chi, and I noticed that some of you had flexed knees, I'm sure that you were taxing your thigh, leg area, which is very good. So a lot of times when we first start, that's really impossible. So you stand mainly upright, but hopefully with a flexed knee. Over time, you gain that stamina, you flex down a little bit more, and that becomes very, very valuable and beneficial, okay, for all of our Tai Chi. All right, moving on now to brush knee, right? Commencing form, repulsing of the monkey, and then brush knee. So after the last this top hand now, make sure it's like this. What did I mean by that? Watch again. Just because you know that one hand is going to go up higher, time it so that the other hand that goes to your shoulder gets there in a synchronized, as best as you can, in a curve or spiral. Why does it look like there's something that I'm doing that is more than maybe what you're doing? The answer could be my motion is not a hand motion. You've heard that before. What does that mean? I'm using my hips and waist to make my movement real. So this is timing right here. T, shoulder, turn hips and waist. Good Tai Chi posture. Ready to practice with me? Okay, this time I'm going to be this way now. T, parallel higher. You remember what you saw and see what you can do. Store that energy on the right, out and to the side, brush your knee. Sit back, twist, T, L, bow. Sit back, twist, T, L, bow. End with the holding of the ball, and then you decide whether that ball is the nicest you can make it. Okay? Any questions so far? All right. So after commencing form, repulsing of the monkey, and brush your knee, we're back into parting of the wild horse's mane, right? Brush your knee. Transition, no different. This hand that comes around for the ball, now don't cut it short, make it a nice spiral. End with the ball. At the same time, you begin with your T, out and to the side, move that ball, get a good stretch. So I'm stretching out not only the core to bring my hand out, but I'm stretching out my leg so that I time it so I'm fully extended at the timing it so that it's done together. Arm in the front, all arms are never locked, just like your knee is never locked like this, but softened because you know the energy cannot be locked in your joint. Do not be afraid of the last portion of parting of the wild horse's mane. Here's your snack, but I'm in motion. I can go beyond my mid center of my body. Watch again. And I'm at eye level, right? You don't want to go down here. You want everything uplifted. So eye level and look beyond your fingers. Okay, let's try that. T, ball, store that energy. L. Sit back. Root down. Nice rounded ball. L. Go beyond. Then sit back. Don't be in a rush. Round out that top hand. At the same time, your T, your ball is formed. Energy out. wanted you to do it as slowly as you can. So we said that we're rooted down on our right because we want to store that energy. How are we dispensing that energy? Think about that. If our energy now stored in our left and we want to bring it out through our fingertips, it has to travel. Think it through. Make that energy move for you. That's why you go slowly. Hold your ball and pause. Okay, so do you understand the rationale? If you're going to store your energy on that back foot, then the next step is how are you going to dispense that energy? If you store it well and you don't know how to dispense it, then something's not connecting correctly. So what is it that you'd have to do? You have to realize and feel that energy stored here, and you have to then move that energy. But I cannot move it and just jump to the final destination, final movement, because the energy somehow, I don't know, didn't even travel. Maybe got stuck in my thigh here, and then all of a sudden it was here. So the mentality is store the energy nicely, take an L, move that energy, feel that energy coming out, coming up, down, up, and then out. So the energy we want is stored nicely, and it moves with us all the way to the fingertips. And if you go slowly, you may be able to feel that energy tingling within your body. And tingling and maybe a little bit of warmth. Okay? So everybody can go slower, but you know, I think you're anticipating, well, what is it next? I got to make sure that I get to what she's calling out. But there's lots of time. So sometimes when we're in drill, take that opportunity to just discover stuff about yourself and pace yourself according to what you want to achieve or how you feel. I can almost guarantee that if you go slower, you'll feel more relaxed. But to get to that point, you have to have some confidence, okay? And surely in a group, sometimes you feel a little group pressure, okay? So take it from there. All right, any questions so far on all that we've covered? Okay, now we're going into cloud hands, okay, cloud hands. Okay, so you're gonna watch first. Get all the way through. This one I wanted to help a little bit more with. You see how I pause, turn my hips and waist, watch my feet. Watch really carefully. Watch carefully. Okay? So, cloud hands, okay? Whatever you detected, I want you to incorporate because there are a ton of stuff. And one in particular that maybe a few of you may have detected, like, uh-oh, she forgot to do something. But I did not forget, okay? So we'll talk about it after we do whatever you remember, okay? So, last parting of the wild horse's mane. Root down on the left, right hand on the bottom, right foot ready to go. T stance, L stance, part the wild horse's mane. Cloud hands. Okay, one more time. This time I'm going to give you some support. Last cloud hands, last parting of the wild horse's mane, right, ready to go, store energy. Out step, part the wild horse's mane. Flip the forward hand, join it with the back. You're in a bow stance. Sit back, twist step, 12 o'clock. Pivot out, 9 o'clock. Two things happen, flip and close. Stem cup, 3 o'clock. Flip open. Use your hips and waist, only flip. Two things happen. Two things happen. One thing happens, shift weight, spiral from the top and up. Finish it off. Finish it off, gather, center, and out. Shift weight, gather, center, and out. On, holding our ball, nice top of the circular, step out, push, pause. Turn hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. If you notice something, you could have done it right there. Roll back. Sit down. Sit back. Nice rounded top hand. Store. Out L. Push out. Pause. Turn. Can revise something there. Push out. Roll back. Spiral up. Let's take it to the finish. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Open pivot. In pivot. Embrace the tiger, then move the foot. Bring him up. Closer. Out. Separate. Drop shoulders, tuck elbows, flex knees, wrap around, heel, off, toe, down. Okay, was that hard? Was that difficult? Were there things that you detected perhaps that you can incorporate? That's the main thing. Yes, how many yes? Yes, yeah, yeah. Okay, did you notice something that I did that maybe you thought I did wrong? Can someone tell me? Nobody knows that I did anything wrong or seemingly wrong? I opened my heel. I opened my knee. Good. And that's my normal Tai Chi, and that's the stuff that we would work on in level 2. And it's grown to be a part of me so that I don't even, I assume everybody knows that you have to open your knee. So in a Tai Chi walk, you sit back. When you pivot out, where is it? Here, right here. You open the knee and you come down. So watch this right, is it my right one now? My right one now. I open my knee and then I come down. So the knee opens, not open this way, but it opens out and then the energy comes and it's down. That's something that's easy to detect but very difficult to work on. So that's the kind of stuff we would be working on throughout our level 2 and applying it to level 1, level 3, and whatever else we teach. Is there anything else that you noticed that might have looked wrong in what I did because I didn't teach it that way? I really want to know if anybody saw something. Pivot, pivot. What hand is the one that goes in? The right hand. And the right hand is now out because I turned it or rotated it. So the left arm and the core pushes out the right. Okay, I want to say it's like inside out, okay? All right, moving on. I still didn't get an answer. Did anybody see anything? Okay, watch then, okay? Then you'll see it. It has to do with feet. Okay, some of you may have noticed it. What is it that I did seemingly wrong? Watch again. Okay, ready for the question, ready for the answer. What is it? Nobody? Donna? Did she say it? Yeah, okay, good. Somebody else agree with Donna if you heard her? Good. All right. So I don't know if you know, but we might be changing some of our class offerings in the next session in January. And so we're looking at other forms of yang style. And something was a little shock in that we were teaching all these years something that we felt that was correct. And little did we know that once we got out of the box and cleared our mind of all this old stuff, we detected something shockingly different. So it happens in the movement called grasping of the bird's tail. My feet are stable. Only when I roll back do I sit back. So watch the other side in case you missed it. We were teaching for 1,000,000 years something we Now keep that front foot flat. And it's not wrong. And lift it only when you roll back. So if you want to stay ahead of the game, when you practice, this is what I've been doing. I've been re-teaching myself that when you grasp the bird's tail, the feet are on the ground. And only move that front foot when you roll back. Okay? All right. Where were we now? So any questions on cloud hands and all the way through the end? So can you then fix it up a little bit and incorporate something a little bit, one or two things into your movement and call it kicking it up a notch, okay? That's where you want to be. So at no time do we want to feel that there's nothing more to learn, because I already know it. I know the sequence. I can do it by heart. I can pull one movement and show you how to do it. No, that's not the point. The point is that, yes, you know the sequence, and you know you can identify and you can and surely do the movement by itself in isolation. But what is important is, how can you get it better? How can you make 10 movements into one piece so that there's no segments, isolation of movements, but it's a total piece of music, total piece of dance. That's where you want to strive for, okay? How does it come about? Only because you're going to force your mind to do that? No, you're going to force your mind and you're going to use the skills and talents you've gained by dropping shoulders, storing energy, creating spirals, using your core, and all those great principles, okay? The 10 essential principles have to be incorporated, okay?
All the people who are cooks may relate to this. That is, you go through the recipe the first time, never done it before. And if you finish, you eat it, and you say, good enough. If it's a good piece of food, you're likely to want to try it again. If it's sort of a junk tasting food, you walk off away from it. But you're at the point, so to speak, where you've got the recipe and you went through it once. You spend the rest of your Tai Chi existing trying to make it extra special. And each time you do the recipe, you tweak it a little bit. And that's the fun about it. Hopefully, you can reminisce one of your favorite dishes. You said, geez, the first time I cooked it, it was okay, but now it's really good. Because you've gone through it and worked through it and added your own, and some of it, you say, geez, I thought, this is why I put the ingredient in, and you realize, no, it's really a little bit less of that, a little bit more of this, and you just play with it.
Okay, good. I'll change the music and get ready for 110 form, okay?
Good job. See you next week.